Hi Sagittarius, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have another cool reading for you guys. Yes, we do. And let's move these things. Hope you guys are well. Sagittarius, it's a general reading for the collective, so take what works for you and leave the rest out. Yeah, if you want your own reading, I have a promotion going, and I'll talk a little bit about that after the oracle reading, right? We always start with the oracle spread. Let's see what we have. Today is the Scorpio new moon. If you would like to see the horoscope for that, I will pin it at the top of the comments. And they're all separate, right? All the signs. So if you want to cross-watch and see a horoscope for your own, for somebody else or something like that, right? But yeah, but you have to go to my channel for that. I will pin the Sagittarius new moon at the top of the comments, right? Yeah. And if you ever want to access my other channel, the link is always in the description box, all right, with all the horoscopes. So you can watch Sun, Moon, and Rising for, for anybody or everybody, right? And soon, look at that. This is the card I have here, soon. Something is happening soon for you, Sagittarius. Really interesting because the Scorpio new moon for you can be, one of the things it can be about is endings. So, but this is something new, a new beginning. But what does an ending mean? It means the end of something and a new beginning. That's what it means, yeah. Let's see what we have. We have burden of tears. Oh my God, children and karmic message. We're going to put the soon card out here because it sat at the bottom of the deck. Something good is happening for you, Sagittarius. It could be, maybe it's related to children, but a karmic message is, this card here is about a revelation or an insight, an intuitive insight, right? Yeah, it's not your ex who, could be your karmic, right? Your karmic ex or whatever calling you. Not usually, but I guess it can be when I actually think about that, it could be. But yeah, there's definitely an intuition here. Maybe you know intuitively that something's going to happen soon. Yeah, and the children is, is about children really, but this is, there could be children involved here maybe, right? It's also about something playful, because this is the 14, it's the 5th house of Leo, which can be playful energy, yeah. And we have the burden of tears. But it's a number 3, so that's kind of interesting. And so 3s are usually manifestation or collaboration. So somebody is hurt here, or they have, maybe cried here about some type of an ending, or maybe they just really want a new beginning with you. That's a possibility. This is all kind of vague here. Let's get some other cards. Yeah. Yeah, we need some other cards here. See what else we have. We have Maeve, and this is cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, your energy levels, and your feelings. Yeah. And it says emotions, same thing, right? Yeah. So somebody is honoring a cycle as a new beginning. That's what the soon card. Somebody is honoring here a new beginning for themselves. And they are saying, this is over for me. Something is over for me. I've cried it, I've grieved it, or whatever, but something's over and something new is coming in, all right? And when we say we're honoring the cycles of your body, if you feel a certain way about something, you put it down, right? You don't want it anymore, or you leave it behind. If you feel another, this could be that somebody loves you here and they are honoring that cycle of love. Yeah, very cool. Maybe you're doing this as well, Sagittarius. It's a possibility. Let's see what else we have. It is your reading. And we have the transformation card. And I was just talking about endings and new beginnings, and that's what a transformation is, right? And she is holding all these butterflies, and they are all kind of flying all over here. You're experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. Yeah, you have something very cool. Something new happening for you, Sagittarius. Yeah. Go check out the horoscope, yeah, for the Scorpio new moon, which is today. And it'll be at the top of the comments. And let's get into it. Today we're using the pirate cards. Yeah, I'd like to call them that. They're not really pirate cards. I was a pirate in a past life. Don't laugh. Yeah, that's why I always love pirates. That's why, don't laugh for some of you, because, not everybody believes in past lives, no. But I certainly do, yeah. And I also do those readings, right? Yeah. But that's why the pirate thing, I always wanted my son to be a pirate when he was little, right? And then he just got so sick of it, right? Yeah, so let's see what we have, though. And if you guys want a reading with me, now's the time. I have a promotion going, and prices are slashed. They are reduced big time. Yeah, they are. So if you want that reading, good time to get it. Treat yourself for your birthday. Treat somebody else, or or just get a reading on somebody else if you want, or your own situation. Everything's in the description box. I always check my work for accuracy, and the psychic readings are, yes, they are. And also, if you want to get a tarot reading, check out the description box. Mystic Sense has a free 5-minute psychic reading. And as I said, I do past life readings. Those are super powerful, but people don't know about them. No, a lot of people don't know. Some people know, of course. But, let's get into it here. And if you ever want to ask me about those and how powerful they are, just email me. And let's see what we got. The bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords, and here's the heart, and they actually have it, like a real heart, right? Which is kind of, interesting to say the least. Three of Swords, and I feel like you broke somebody's heart, Sagittarius, or they broke your heart. And there could be somebody here who is possibly honoring their own cycle and maybe kind of breaking somebody else's heart, because that's what this Three of Swords is about. Yeah, it is. It is also about major disappointment. It can be about loss. Yeah, and Scorpio new moon is in your house of loss. That's interesting. Yeah. It doesn't always have to mean your loss. It doesn't. It can be a partner's loss. That's how it is in astrology. Yeah. Sometimes it is somebody close to you or somebody pivotal in your life, things like that. It can be heartache, major disappointment too. And let's see what we have. Check out the description box, Sagittarius, if you want to get a reading. And so we have the Magician here. It looks just like Ben Kingsley, right? Yeah, but this guy, a little different nose here. And we have the Star, Justice, and all right here together. So these are in, why it's all happening and the challenge, and this is in the past, but these are like really important right here. They are where those cards sit. Yeah. And the Hanged Man, the Three of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Six of Swords. So something could be sacrificed here. That's what the Hangman is about, and that's where your Scorpio new moon, interesting, is in your 12th house of loss and sacrifice. Yeah. So yeah, see these cards? Yeah, but there could be a Piscean here, right? There could be, and we start with the Page of Wands, and he's listening. He's trying to hear the birds chirping, or, they're singing. These, one's a cardinal bird, and I don't know, blue jay or bluebird, right? Anyway, but these birds are talking to one another. They are, and he wants to hear what they're saying. So this has to do with a message. It does. It's a page anyway. The pages are messengers. They are, in most cases, yeah. And so, he's waiting. He wants to hear. He's not waiting, but he's trying to hear what they're saying. We have the Magician and the Star. Somebody has a lot of hope here, Sagittarius, or very inspired here about hearing your response, I think. I think this person is maybe contacting you, could be. And the karmic message is here, and we start with the Page of Wands. Could be, right? You could be getting a message from somebody, I don't know, maybe somebody who is, Scorpio can be about what is hidden as well, and what is secretive, and what is private. Can be about lies as well, but, that's how it is with astrology. There's always the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's how it works for every sign. And the Magician is the crossing energy. We're going to put this Three of Swords over here. Let's get a card on the Magician for you guys, Sagittarius. And we have it with the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is it can be a difficult choice, not necessarily, but it is choosing something over something else. It's having options. It is. Somebody might have had options here because there's some type of ending and new beginning in this reading. I feel like this ending, but the ending can be like, it could be maybe from a long time ago, right? Just the energy ends here, though. Some type of energy. It doesn't always. It could be a physical thing that's ending. It definitely could be. But the Seven of Cups, a choice is made, and it was somewhat challenging here, or very important. This choice, very like pivotal, or very it could be to transform something. This choice could be, but the choice is very important because it is here with the magician, and the magician is creating something new for himself. That's what he's doing. Yeah. That means Ben Kingsley probably got a new haircut, right? He's bald-headed, right? And we have the star, and that's why it's all happening. This is the root. And we have this man here. And so, but he's here as the water bearer. Maybe there's an Aquarian involved, right? Aries is over here. But this is about the energy here. This is hope. It's inspiration, and it can be healing. Remember, we have the Three of Swords here. Maybe you're healing something with somebody, Sagittarius. It could be. The Justice card is sitting in the past. So justice can mean, justice is a trip because it means, it can mean balance and harmony. It could even mean court cases, right? But it can be somebody wants to balance the scales with you. It can be about court cases, as I said, but I was going to say something else here. Justice in the past. Oh, somebody could have, this karmic message that could have, with the burden of tears, right? And they could have, it just could be that somebody has kind of suffered their own justice, karmic justice. That's a possibility where somebody was not so good to you, Sagittarius, maybe with the Three of Swords, okay? That part's not really clear as, but that definitely could be going on in this reading. The Eight of Swords is either your energy or their energy, and it is a feeling of, I'm really stuck here, but I have to let this burn down in the background. So he's in this deck, right? It's burning. Something is burning, and the bull is behind him. So, the bull can talk about Taurus, and it can talk about your values and what's important to you. Yeah, and your self-esteem. This something here. Somebody like learned something in this reading, and it's really kind of about their values or their self-esteem. This whole situation could be really helping somebody feel better. And what do I mean? Because we have this card of cycles and rhythm. It talks about honor the cycles of your body. That's somebody who does that with self-worth. When you don't honor, when you honor yourself or what you need, and you say, I'm worth it, right? This is about your self-esteem or this person's self-esteem, and they are honoring what their body wants, what their emotions, what their feelings want for them, right? For themselves, right? The body is the emotions as well. Yeah, it is. But, somebody's honoring what they really want here and what they feel very deep about, and most likely who they're in love with here, right? Could be. But he's releasing something as well, and there is a release here. I kept, talking about endings, and right? There's some type of release here, and that is the mindset. We're going to get a card on that. Let's get a clarifier here. Could be what's on someone's mind, or, Knight of Wands. And he's definitely taking charge, taking action. He is. Something gets left behind, burned to the ground, dissolved, ended, all those kind of things, right? That are of the 12th house, Sagittarius. So interesting for you, where the Scorpio new moon is. Yeah. And the Hangman card is showing up here, and it is, let's get a card on it, right? We have the Seven of Wands. This is a sacrifice, Because over here, he's letting something burn. He's taking action, the Knight. And over here, we have this man who is defending himself. And that's what it means by honor the cycles of your body, your energy, and your emotions. Yeah, honor that. And we even have energy less levels. There could have been somebody here who was maybe in a relationship where they just felt kind of depressed. And it's a possibility here. It really is. But Seven of Wands is defending yourself and sacrificing something, because that's what the Eight of Wands is, a release, or Eight of Swords rather, is a release or a sacrifice. The Three of Cups, you might have in your concern, you could be reconciling with somebody, Sagittarius, or you are choosing what makes you happy here. Yes, with that honoring your body and things like that. All right, the Six of Cups could be somebody from the past here. We see the old elderly couple, not the old couple, the elderly couple, and we see the younger couple. We do, and they are, I don't know, 20. I'm not sure how old they are, but you know, they're down here with these cups, and they are, you know, at the river here, and they are just playing with these cups, kind of, but they're having a good time. This is about nostalgia and something that is very special. Just like the old man here, or the elderly man, we can call him an old man. He is an old man, right? But, you know, but he is hugging his wife. And so they are special to each other. They sure are. We have the Knight of Cups reversed in the environment. And in the environment with the Six of Cups, somebody could come back from the past who has left a relationship. Knight of Cups reversed. And, you know, this person could be afraid. I feel like they're afraid because of the Eight of Swords here. And I feel like it doesn't mean they're not doing this. They're acting, they're defending themselves, what they want in this life, but they are with you, right? Yeah, but at the same time, they're a little fearful here. Yeah, pretty sure here. All right, and we have the Knight of Swords. That's in the hopes and fears. Yeah, and there he is, and he doesn't have a horse, he has a bull. And so Knight of Swords, this is kind of like taking some major action. That's what that's about. Could be aggressive action with the Nine of Pentacles. Wow. So the Nine of Pentacles can be, you know, about somebody who's alone, who's single. This came up yesterday. And, you know, it could be somebody who has money or wealth. She's a little sad here because she's here with all her pentacles, but the squirrel is here and he's trying to tell her something, but he's actually wearing a cover on his head, which is very interesting. Yeah. And so the Nine of Pentacles, though, it can be valuing yourself as well. It can, but it is an ending. It's a fulfillment. These pentacles can be about your values. They're about money, of course. But, you know, this is something that has fulfilled itself. The number 9, all the 9s are about chapters that are ending, or they've served their purpose and they're no longer like valuable. So yeah, like that. And we have the Six of Swords in the potential outcome. A big change here, Sagittarius, with the Scorpio new moon. And you could be getting a message from somebody. You definitely could. And she's kind of praying here as she, you know, she's meditating on this box here. And the sun is there as well. And the sun is clarity here. Yeah, it most likely is here. It can be about love. The sun, it rules the 5th house of Leo, right? And, you know, it's about love. It's also about our own authenticity and what we want for ourselves, like personal leadership. And someone is doing that in this reading. Like, I'm choosing what's good for me. That's what somebody's doing here. There's a big change here for you, Sagittarius, like a cyclical change. Yeah, it's a big one. Thanks so much for joining me here, you guys. If you want to get a reading with me, now's the time. Prices are super low. Check out the description box. You have to make the payment, though, after I send over the links, right? Yeah, at least within that day, because, you know, maybe you're at work or something like that. But if you want to get the promotional price, otherwise you can pay for it whenever you want, right? Yeah. Thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe. It's helping me to continue to bring these readings to you, and hit the little bell in order to receive notifications. Yeah, if you want to see the Scorpio new moon, I will pin it at the top of the comments. I pinned it last week when I, you know, uploaded. But thanks so much, you guys, for joining me here. And you can see that Sagittarius horoscope at the top of the comments. Yeah.